Good morning, gamers, and welcome back to the wonderfully weird world of Minecraft, where today we're going to be building a nice lush waterfall to conceal our enchanting room. Now, you've just gotten to see the actual build, but as for me right now, this is what I have to work with. So, make sure to like, subscribe, and grab some popcorn, because this is gonna be an adventure. Now, last episode I took the time of doing a bit of off-camera work to get myself an elytra, although my shield broke, so I'll just craft another one of those. I don't really have a plan for this build besides the drawing you saw earlier, but I feel like it should be here. This seems like quite a nice spot. So, this episode we're going to focus on building the waterfall and the enchanting room, and then we'll connect the waterfall to a lake up there next episode. So, we're probably going to need andesites and stones to get the basic foundation done, and I don't know what we're going to do about the pond at the bottom. I don't actually feel like going and destroying everything under my base, so we're going to narrowly outline where the cave's going to go. So I might have done a little more than just outlining it. I kind of dug out the whole entire cave, but it's alright because we managed to get practically a shulker full of cobblestone, so now we just need to go get the andesite and the normal stone. You know, I think the worst part is just that I have to get andesite because it spawns in such small veins. I didn't even realise it, but my pickaxe broke. So, I guess that's all the stone we can get for now. On to the andesite. Okay, so, slight issue. I got a lot of cobblestone, but then my silk touch pickaxe broke, and then I died. So, we only have a small amount of andesite, medium amount of stone, and a full amount of cobblestone. So, not very many building materials, eh? But I do have a plan, so we're going to try it out on this bottom part here. We need 7 blocks of split space, so hold on. So this needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow! And then everything in front of it goes. So something kind of like this. So 7 blocks with a 1 block gap, then 7 blocks, then 1 block, then 7 blocks. Kind of like that up the whole tower. So the waterfall would look kind of something like that, going up like by 6 blocks, 1 block at a time, all the way to the top of the mountain, where it will connect to a lake. I like that quite much. Although I have faced a problem, which is that I kind of suck at building, and my helmet broke. But basically, I feel for this terrain, we're just going to copy this terrain, except we're going to randomly scatter the blocks everywhere. So I'll just hold down my scroll wheel and scroll while placing the blocks, and a little spike pin, so it'll look quite nice. I feel I'm going to finish this up, and then we need to do something besides building, so we'll do a bit of planning, and there's a few farms that we need to build, so we'll do that. But first, let's finish this up and put some blocks in, about as much as we're able to do. See, now this right here, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. It looks like a giant tower. This project is quite a lot bigger than I expected it to be, and my tools keep breaking horribly. So I'm going to need a solution to that, which is going to be to get mending, except I don't have an XP farm or a mending villager. Where'd my shield texture go? That's weird. But anyways, we've got the basic layout for the waterfall in. Of course, there's going to be like textures on the sides, you know, terraining and stuff, but that's kind of like what it's going to look like. But we kind of need to get a mending villager, don't we? Now, you might be wondering to yourself why I'm in the end and why I'm holding a shulker box. Well, it's because I'm going to build an Enderman farm, so it's the best source of XP, because mending's kind of useless if you don't have an XP farm. I'm going to be using a design from Blazed MC, who will be linked in the description. And watch this, I'm going to magically spawn it in. Ready? Whoa, the Enderman farm, it appeared out of nowhere. Wow, I totally didn't just build this. It just magically spawned in with our camera shaking. So this is his Enderman farm design. Again, I'll link it in the description. And it's how we're going to be able to get XP for our mending villager. Which, by the way, I managed to come up with a name for our mending villager, which we can go get soon. His name is going to be Menderplier, like Markiplier. But as we can see with this design, it's quite effective. Quite effective indeed. You, my good friend, I have returned. Hello, you get to be called Menderplier. Because you're like Markiplier, but you'll give me mending. But it's going to take a bit of work for you to give me mending, so... Oh, I don't have enough for the book, so we're just going to sell the paper for now. That'll lock his trades in, I think. 20 emeralds for a mending book. Thank you so much, good sir. I am going to, try and get some emeralds now, eh? Okay, now that that's done and I can work on getting mending in the background, let's turn our attention to the waterfall. Because I feel like we need to use those blocks that we spent ages collecting earlier. So, I think it's time that we get some of the basic terrain in for this waterfall. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but let's do this. And just like that, we have finished the waterfall. Not fully, but we've finished terraining the waterfall. Ow. And boy, does it look good. We used practically most of our stone in andesite, and we still have like a crap ton of cobblestone, but it looks amazing. Let me just go into free cam real quick. Like, look at that. That just looks so majestic. I don't know what's going on down there. We'll go fix that. But it looks so majestic. And like that, the waterfall should is not fixed. It doesn't matter. I didn't have my lighter on. Oh well. I'll fix that off camera. Okay, so ignoring what I just said, what we're actually going to turn our attention to is in here. Because now we need to build the actual enchanting room. So I've been doing a little bit of testing with this, and we're going to need a lot of moss, obsidian, and a decent amount of stone. Oh, and a crap ton of glass. and die. So there's a lot of materials we need to get, and the first one is just a bunch of moss. So we're going to go down. Actually, I need to grab my hoe first, but I remember there is a lush cave nearby, so we're going to go down to that and explore. We're going to need a lot of these flowers, I think. And now we can just gather up all of the moss, like this. Let's say we get like 5 stacks for future builds as well. Alright, now we just need some glowberries. Oh, perfect. Alright, I managed to get a few materials. I didn't really get much purple dye because I found the lush cave, but I got a few obsidian, some cobbled deep slate, and that's most of the materials. I do need to go get a bunch of sand and convert it into glass. Well, the problem is my shovel. It's kind of broken. So, Mendiplier is going to come in clutch, but the thing is, I don't have 20 emeralds. How many do I have? See, yeah, I only have 8 emeralds, so I'm going to need a strategy to get those emeralds, and I think I have just the one. Okay, my plan is that I'm about 50% sure that if you get a farming villager, you can trade him wheat for emeralds, and we happen to have a lot of wheat. Okay, you're unemployed. Get in there. Oh, how dare you. No, you, sir, you need to be a farmer. Yes! Okay. I have wheat for you. Oh, that works. Oh, he sold out. Oh, I need to bring another book. I can get mending for my elytra. Hello, Mendiplier. I will take 1, 2 mending books. Thank you. I guess I can name them while I'm at it. My shovel, you can be called Diglett. And my wings, Chicken Wing. Let's go repair some tools. Alright, now that all of my gear is repaired, I think it is... Hold on, let me get rid of this wheat real quick. I think it's time that we go get the huge amount of sand we need, and then I'll meet you guys in the cave, for we can start to build this cool, mystical cave thing. I'm not actually going to time-lapse the cave. You can build it with me, you know? I'm gonna go get the sand though. Alright, now we can start on this cave. First of which we need to do is I'm adding my nether portal in here. Yeah, I decided I wanted to add my nether portal in here. So that's what we got to work on, and that's why I needed, or it's not why I needed the obsidian, there's something else, but it is definitely a reason for having a decent amount. Just like that. Alright, and that's the portal, and now I kind of add some decoration around it. Alright, and that's that in. Okay, the second thing is I want the enchanting table to kind of be in the center. So, I'm gonna dig 1 block down, bring it in a little closer, yep. Alright. I need to think. So now we take the obsidian, kind of like that, something kind of like that, and then I can put the enchanting table there in the middle. I guess I kind of have to surround it with bookshelves. That's kind of like a mystical feel going on, you know? Great, now I just gotta do that all the way down. This is gonna suck. Okay, now that we've done that, I'm gonna show you guys something really cool. Check this out. If I take this, put the purple dye in the middle, and then I swap up, and then I do the same thing with the magenta dye, we now have purple and magenta. And then, if I just destroy that, we can go purple, magenta, purple, magenta, purple, magenta, purple. And we have what's called a void floor. Now, void floors are quite cool and majestic, so that's why we're going to be using one. Alright, and with that, we are done. Just, hold on, I'll go over here. Just look at this waterfall. Isn't it so majestic? It's definitely one of the biggest projects I have taken on recently, but it just looks so good. Why is there a spider there? But it just looks so amazing. And then you go inside here, and this is the enchanting room with the moss and everything. It just looks so good. And we have a nice new nether portal. I've actually joined an SMP as well, so episodes on that should be coming out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord server, linked in the description if you haven't already. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Yep, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Woo!